Hi there, and welcome to The Celeb Tea, the rise and fall of Lisa Rinna, from reality royalty to digital chaos. For years, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills revolved around one undeniable force, Lisa Rinna. She wasn't just another glamorous face on Bravo, she was the show's lightning rod, proudly calling herself the villain and turning confrontation into entertainment. Every raised eyebrow, every sharp retort, and every explosive confession became iconic television. She was bold, unfiltered, and seemingly unstoppable until the cameras stopped rolling. When Lisa exited Bravo, fans expected her to retreat into quiet luxury. They imagined her sipping wine in peace, free from the chaos that defined her on-screen persona. But instead of fading into tranquility, her off-screen life became even more volatile. Online feuds, awkward interviews, and whispers of tension within her family painted a picture of a woman still addicted to drama. Only this time, there was no Bravo editor to cut to commercial. Social media became her new stage, and her once loyal audience turned into her critics. Every post, every clapback, and every rant was dissected, mocked, and magnified. Like reality stars who can't step away from the limelight, Lisa's controversies kept spiraling. Each time she tried to rise above the noise, another scandal pulled her back down. The beginning of the end. When Lisa Rinna joined the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in 2014, she brought something fresh: sharp humor, confidence, and zero fear of confrontation. Her directness made her a fan favorite, and she quickly became one of the show's breakout stars. But as seasons passed, that fearless honesty hardened into something meaner. The line between real and rude began to blur. Her infamous feud with Denise Richards marked the first major crack in her image. Lisa relentlessly pressed Denise over allegations involving Brandi Glanville, even as Denise begged her to stop. Viewers who once cheered Lisa's boldness began labeling her obsessed, cruel, and fake. Then came the Kathy Hilton drama during season 12, The Turning Point. Lisa accused Kathy of having a meltdown in Aspen, claiming she'd witnessed behavior so shocking it could never happen again. But fans didn't buy it. Many accused Lisa of fabricating chaos to stay relevant. Hashtags like #FireLisaRinna began trending as audiences grew tired of her theatrics. By the end of the season, Lisa's reputation had shifted from bold truth-teller to toxic instigator. Even Bravo executives seemed ready for a reset. When Lisa finally announced her departure, she described it as a mutual decision to focus on herself. But insiders told another story. Producers were reportedly exhausted by her constant fighting and fourth-wall-breaking antics. Instead of accepting responsibility, Lisa went on the defensive. In interviews, she blamed toxic fans, online bullies, and even Bravo itself for her downfall. She compared herself to the LeBron James of Housewives, claiming she'd left at the top of her game. But the public wasn't convinced. What should have been a dignified exit became a PR disaster. When her farewell posts were mocked online, Lisa did the one thing everyone advised her not to. She kept talking. A new stage, same chaos. Leaving Bravo didn't calm Lisa down. It simply gave her a different arena. Instagram became her new battleground, filled with cryptic captions, angry clapbacks, and shady comments about her former co-stars. One photo of her flipping off the camera was captioned, "Free at last." But that freedom quickly turned into another performance. A strange pattern emerged. Lisa would post something outrageous, face backlash, delete it, and then act like it never happened. The Bravo community nicknamed her Lisa Rant. Even brands that once courted her began to pull away, wary of associating with her instability. Instead of reinventing herself, Lisa seemed trapped in a cycle of self-sabotage, turning every platform into a stage for her next meltdown. Then came one of her most bizarre controversies yet, the Elton John AIDS Foundation feud. Lisa claimed that Kathy Hilton hadn't invited her and her husband, Harry Hamlin, to the charity gala, painting Kathy as elitist and rude. But the foundation itself stepped in, publicly correcting her. They clarified that anyone could buy tickets and no invitation was required. It was a humiliating moment. Fans mocked her relentlessly online, turning the scandal into memes and jokes. Even fellow Bravo stars laughed at the absurdity of picking a fight with a charity. What was once fiery ambition now looked like desperation. After the Elton John fiasco, Lisa's reputation never quite recovered. What used to be her trademark confidence now read as arrogance. Fans weren't just tired of her drama, they were embarrassed for her. Her attempts to remain relevant began to look more like public unraveling than reinvention. Behind the polished Instagram posts, Lisa's personal life was also beginning to crack. Her marriage to actor Harry Hamlin, long seen as one of Hollywood's more stable relationships, began showing strain. Harry appeared increasingly detached, rarely appearing alongside Lisa at events or even acknowledging her online. The man who once supported her through every reality TV storm now looked exhausted by the never-ending chaos. Fans noticed too. Some even joked that Harry had retired from being a background character in Lisa's life. At the same time, her daughters, Delilah Belle and Amelia Gray Hamlin, were carving out their own paths in the modeling world. But as Lisa's controversies grew louder, both girls seemed to distance themselves. Delilah spoke candidly about her mental health struggles, posting cryptic messages about feeling unheard by certain people in her family, messages that many assumed were aimed at her mother. Amelia, once seen by Lisa's side at events and on red carpets, began stepping away from the spotlight altogether. Fans connected the dots, accusing Lisa of prioritizing fame over family. Instead of responding with empathy, she brushed off the criticism as people being too sensitive. That dismissive attitude only deepened the public's frustration. The woman who once marketed herself as a cool, relatable mom now appeared cold and disconnected. Still, Lisa wasn't ready to fade quietly. Determined to reinvent herself, she re-emerged at Paris Fashion Week, decked out in bold designer looks and avant-garde wigs. For a brief moment, it seemed like a comeback might actually happen, but social media had other plans. Her runway appearances were mocked as try-hard, her outfits turned into memes, and her dramatic persona clashed with the high fashion world she was trying to conquer. Even fashion critics accused her of chasing clout instead of embracing genuine artistry. Lisa defended herself, claiming the Real Housewives had held her back creatively. She insisted she was finally being appreciated by the right people. But instead of admiration, the statement fueled more backlash. Fans accused her of rewriting her own history, downplaying the very show that made her famous in the first place. When every attempt at reinvention failed, Lisa turned back to the one thing she knew best: conflict. She began arguing directly with gossip accounts, fan pages, and meme creators online. Her replies were sarcastic and defensive, often going viral for all the wrong reasons. What was once entertaining now felt uncomfortable, almost tragic. The more she fought, the lonelier she appeared. Even her supporters urged her to log off and take a break. But Lisa couldn't. The internet had become her final stage, and she wasn't ready to give it up. Every post, every argument, every clapback, it was all part of her performance. She didn't care if people were laughing at her anymore. They were still watching, and that was enough. Today, Lisa Rinna's story stands as a modern Hollywood cautionary tale. Once the face of fearless reality TV glamour, she now represents the darker side of fame, the part where attention becomes an addiction and the need to stay relevant overshadows everything else. There are whispers that Lisa might start a podcast, launch a YouTube channel, or even pitch another reality series. And maybe she will. Because if there's one thing Lisa Rinna knows better than anyone, it's how to stay part of the conversation, even when the world has stopped cheering. Her fall isn't just another scandal. It's the story of a woman who built her empire on drama and couldn't walk away once the camera stopped. And in the end, that might be the most dramatic twist of all.